Radio Theater brings you Wallace Beery, Marjorie Main, and Carol Ann Beery in Barnacle Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. William Keeley. Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. There comes a knocking on our door tonight, a seafaring character, whose name is famed in song and story, Barnacle Bill. While he may not be identical with the gentleman who vowed to sail the sea until I croak, fight and swear and chew and smoke, he certainly has many of the lusty and contagious manners of his namesake, portrayed tonight by Wallace Beery. Wally appears with Marjorie Main and his daughter Carol Ann in Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's boisterous comedy, Barnacle Bill, a saga spaced with sentiment and humor and sparked with the excitement of love at sea. Here's the first act of Barnacle Bill, starring Wallace Beery in the title role and Marjorie Main as Marge Cavendish, with Carol Ann Beery as Virginia.
Like a broken heart needs glasses, like a flower needs a dew, like a baby needs its mother. That's how I need you. That's how I need you.
It's been nearly 6 months since Bill Johansson sat in Margie Cavendish's parlor and rendered that haunting duet with her. Rendered meaning to tear apart. But now on the bow of his dilapidated fishing boat, Bill's returning to port. Pico, his partner, labors manfully at the oars of a rowboat, slowly towing the fishing boat into dock.
Hey, Bill, why don't you help me with the orange? Help you? Did you ever hear of a sea captain desert his ship? That there's marital tradition, Pico. Gee, maybe, but she will flow better if you pump some of those water out. Oh, she'll float till we get her into the dock. And stop worrying. There's the boatyard dead ahead. You sure they're going to fix your boat? Will you stop jammering and hollering? My sweetie lives in there. She and her Paul. Why, him and me is just like father and son. They'll be so tickled that they'll see me that they... Is that you, Bill Johansson? Hello, Marty. Hello, Pop. You big loafer. You get any closer and I'll grab a harpoon down your head mouth. Does your father, Bill? I'm home, Marge. You keep that boat out of our dock. And clear, you old abalone. I'm throwing a line. Tie us up, honey. Don't you do it, Dorothy. Don't you do it. If you don't, we're going to sink right here in your front yard. Can't let us sink here, Pop. You broke our way. Hey, Joe! Yes, ma'am? Hold this old tub on the cradle. Sure is surprising to see you, Bill. Come aboard. Well, hello, Marge. Gosh. Don't you try any more of your slick ways with my little girl. You good-for-nothing deadbeat. You got that $100 you owe us? Well, to tell you the truth, Oh, gosh, Marge, you're just as pretty as you ever was. Oh, this year's Pico. Him and me's partners. Howdy. Hello. Pico, you remember the little girl I was always talking about being so handsome and talented? No, Oh, for why'd you step on my foot? You remember, Pico, my pin-up girl? Oh, yeah. Well, this year's it, Pico, on the hook. What about my $100? Pop, I ain't got it on me just at this moment, just an oversight. I'm going for a lawyer right now. I'll attach your boat. Oh, you ain't going nowhere, Pat. If Bill ain't got a boat, he can't face. If he can't face, he can't pay his bills. That's all there is to it. Get on in the store, daughter. Customer just came in. See you in a minute, Marge. Gosh, Pico, ain't that some fine figure of a woman? I don't know, Bill. I think maybe you just been looking at the mackerels too long, Bill. You really think her father going to get a lawyer? Oh, who cares? I don't really own the boat anyway. You don't own the boat? Oh, no, not legal like I don't. That boat belongs to my daughter. I had it put in for Ginny's name. Ginny? How big is this genie? Well, how should I know? I don't know. I ain't seen her since I left Gloucester. That's a long time ago. 10, 50, I don't know how long.
What are we going to do now?
Well, you go and get some help. Let's get this boat up on the cradle. I'm going in now and smooch some with Marge.
I'm not here to talk Bill Johansson or to eat us out of crackers.
Oh, doggone it. Marge, you sure have got a fine story here.
All I know, it's hard work. That's something you would know about.
Marge, I've seen a lot of women in my life, but I never seen any like you. When they're talented, why, they ain't pretty. And when they're pretty, why, they ain't sophisticated. Gosh, you got all three combined.
You're the flatteringest man I ever did see. But somehow it all cost me money.
Oh, now, what did you have to go say that for? Gosh, I was just going to speak about that little bill I owe, but you got me so doggone embarrassed, I don't.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Go on, Bill.
Well, Marge, I came here kind of sudden, and I just ain't had time to transfer my bank account.
Have you got your pants on?
Margie, sure I got my britches on.
Then you're standing in the middle of your bank account right now.
You know doggone well that I'll pay you with the first load of fish I get.
Pay off $100 with one load of fish? Huh. You're some optimist.
That's it. Call me names. When I go after fish, I get 'em.
Yeah? Prices ain't what they used to be.
Oh.
Keep your big mitts out of my crackers.
Have I been eating your crackers?
Oh, of course you have.
You see, you get me so stirred up, I don't even know what I'm doing. Margie, you're prettier than a sea bass.
Oh. Now, stow that soft talk. I'm talking about the price of fish, not the looks of them. Things are tough, Bill.
They are,
There's no good thief in town.
Now, Marge, don't be like your pa.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about a hound dog named Maverick Kelly. He runs a wholesale business here, and all he gives is 5 cents a pound for tuna.
What do they sell to him for?
'Cause there ain't nobody else will buy. When they try to, Kelly and his thugs run them out of town. Somebody ought to stand up to that part. And, Bill, I think you're the one to do it.
Who, me? Why should I go out after 5-cent tuna when I can get 30-cent swordfish, huh?
You mean, why should you work hard when you can sit on that broad beam of yours and wait for a swordfish to come by?
Oh, now, what do you got to be that way for, Marge? I'm simply protecting your investment in me.
While your boat's here, you're living on the boat. No more boarding with me and Pop.
All right, I'm going fishing soon as my boat's ready, and why, I regard my financial obligation to you as a debt of honor. Why, I'd be nothing more than a mangy old unreputable seagoing skunk was I to try to welch on you, wouldn't I?
You're tipping me something terrible, Bill. But I won't say it.
Now, Marge, how can you even think of such a thing?
Hey, wake up! Wake up, you hear?
Here.
Or I'll knock you flatter than a halibut.
Here, what is it? You ought to be ashamed of yourself breaking into a gentleman's boudoir like this.
Oh, don't hello me, you pickle herring.
You know, I had a good time last night.
Oh, you did? Well, don't bother to lie. Pat saw you in that saloon with that blonde.
What blonde? Oh, her? Why, that was just an old school chum of mine, that's all.
An old school chum, huh? Her name's Mamie, and she's been working that saloon for 20 years. I heard you brought in a big swordfish yesterday afternoon.
Big swordfish? Gosh, I almost throwed it overboard. It was so little.
But you sold it instead. And you promised to pay me out of the first haul you got.
Sure I did. Pico.
Yes?
Come here, partner. Come here. Come here and give Miss Cavendish that there $5 we've been saving special for her.
Here's the $5.
I'll go on and give it to her.
Oh, Bill,
I'll give it to her.
Thanks. Well, that's a start anyway.
And let that be a lesson, Miss Marjorie Cavendish. Never condemn anybody until they're convicted.
Yeah, and last night ought to be a lesson to you. To stay away from blondes named Mamie.
I paid my $5. You give it to her.
You bet I did.
But that $5, I gotta save some money to my dear old mother.
I'm glad you spoke of that, Pico. You know, a fellow who don't take care of his parents ain't no good. Oh, gosh, my head.
Listen, Bill, you get $30 for salt fish.
Now, how can you be so selfish, Pico?
That big fat blonde in the saloon, she steal your money, huh?
Oh, don't talk to me about last night. It's a horrible memory. Now, come on, help me get up on that deck. I gotta relax in the sunshine. And then get me some coffee. And don't forget the cream.
Where I gonna get the cream? I got no cow.
Well, use your imagination. Hook it off at somebody's doorstep.
Yeah, Bill, I sure wish I had a head full of brains like you.
Well, I sure wish you had my head.
I'm ready. I think I found him.
Hey there, do you have to yell like that? Can't you see I'm...
Yeah, Betty, on this boat.
Say, who said you could come aboard my ship?
Sure looks like a picture, Aunt Letty. Oh, it's he, all right.
Oh, say, you're the two noisiest females I ever seen.
We're not strangers, Bill Johansson. This little girl happens to be your daughter.
What did you... Letty Breckenbridge, it's you, ain't it? You always was bad luck to me.
And you remember your baby, I hope.
Sure I do. But this year kid ain't mine. Mine was only about that long.
Well, Virginia, you finally had your wish. You've seen your father. Now let's get off this smelly old boat.
Oh, no, I can't. I can't leave my father.
It's quite obvious your father doesn't want you.
Oh, of course he wants me. He gave me this boat, didn't he?
You're right. Say, wait a minute
He
now.
had it registered in my name. Because we got a notice, and that's how we knew he'd find you here.
Yeah, sure, but I only did
Nothing can prove to me that he's fit to be your father. Now, look, dear, I've been over this with you 100 times.
I can't leave him.
All right. Your suitcase is there on the dock, and you know where you can reach me. I'll stay at the hotel in town till my ticket runs out. When you're ready to go home, just telephone.
Thanks, Aunt Letty. I'm going to miss you.
It won't be for long, darling. I'm quite sure of that.
Goodbye, dear. Goodbye. Gosh, it's sure going to be good having my own pod, sitting aboard my own boat.
that. Hey, don't go getting any ideas. You know, I'm still the skipper.
Sure you are, Pa. My grandpa was.
Oh, say, he practically drove me from the bosom of my family.
Folks back home were awful proud of him. They gave him this. Look, his telescope.
Ooh, gee, that's some telescope.
He got it for being the best skipper in Gloucester. He had a schooner. The most beautiful thing you ever saw. Just like that one over there.
Over there? Oh, that's the Three Sisters. I brought her all the way out from the East Coast myself.
You did?
Yeah. I was going down to the South Sea Islands with her, but the owners went and laid her up.
Gosh, I wish Aunt Letty knew you did that. I was sure you were a real sea captain.
Sure. Oh, say, about that telescope. Is that gold bands it's got around it, huh?
Pure gold.
I bet we could borrow about $100 on that, don't you? Say, you come on with me. I want you to get the...
What is it?
Guess who, honey?
I don't have to. Nobody that you'd come in here without being asked.
Guys, sure smells good whatever you're cooking, Marge. You know, honey, it must get awful lonesome around here without nobody to talk to except that there old cranky man of yours.
Now, you leave my pap alone.
Oh, you don't know what I mean. I mean, don't you ever think what a blessing little children is?
Well, you're finally proposing.
Oh, now, honey, you're jumping at conclusions. I don't mean little bitty babies. I mean grown up, like my daughter. Oh, Jimmy! Jimmy, come here!
So that's it. I might have known you was a bigamist.
Oh, but Marky, you got me all wrong. No. Her ma died when she was a little bitty baby. Why, she must be 12, 14, 15 now.
Yes, Pa.
See, Margie, ain't she a nice kid? Well, I kind of been thinking that maybe you could put a little cot there in your room where she could sleep. And of course, I'm willing to pay a little extra for board and Then you'll have her for security for what I owe you.
Bill Johansson.
Now, ain't that a swell idea?
Here,
What you doing?
take this quarter and go get a couple more pork chops for
You mean she can stay?
I'll get along with you. Now, her and me can straighten that all right.
Sure. Now be nice and polite, Jenny, like your pa.
Hello, honey.
Hello.
Would you really like to stay here with me?
I don't know. I thought my father wanted me. He gave me his vote, but now I know he did it just so I wouldn't have to pay his bills.
Who in the world ever told you that? Well, there ain't a word of truth in it.
There isn't?
I reckon I ought to know. Say, you ought to heard your pap talk about you. Prouder than a cucumber. What? Now, look, child. Your pap ain't no big shakes to look at. But you know that boy's got some right good qualities down underneath him.
Oh, I know. I'm sure he has.
All he needs in his life is a woman.
Well, I'm not exactly a woman.
Oh, now you'll do all right, and I'll help you.
Do you think he'll ever be a sure enough sea captain?
Well, with both of us concentrating on him, there's no telling what's going to happen. Now, let's see, honey. Tomorrow's Sunday. How'd you like to go to church?
You and me and Pa?
Oh, especially your pa. Be kind of nice for him to meet the preacher, don't you think?
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yes, sir. There's no telling what's going to happen. Like a broken heart needs gladness, like the flowers need the dew.
Our stars will return in Act 2 of Barnacle Bill in just a moment. Here's Mr. Keeley at the microphone.
Act 2 of Barnacle Bill, starring Wallace Beery in the title role and Marjorie Main as Marge Cavendish, with Carol Ann Beery as Virginia. Margie's campaign to reform Bill has borne a sudden and startling result. She's actually succeeded in getting him to church. Margie and Virginia beam happily as they join Bill in the closing hymn. It's 2 hours later now, and with the minister as a guest for Sunday dinner, Margie, her father, and Virginia wait hopefully for Bill.
Dadgummit, how long we got to wait for that biscuit weevil? Pap, shush, don't shush me. Blast his britches, I could eat a shark.
Where do you suppose William is?
Now, if that ain't a silly question. He stopped off in the saloon.
Oh, dear, dear, dear.
My father wouldn't go near a saloon.
I should hope not, especially on the Sabbath.
Bill ain't that choosy.
Now, hush up, Paul. Bill took the pledge just last night, didn't he, Virginia?
He promised me. He promised me he'd never...
Well, that's William now, isn't it?
Higher than the crow's nest, too.
Bill, your hands down.
Papa!
Oh, gee. Oh, hello, Virginia. Hello, Marge.
Where have you been?
Well,
You got a breath strong enough to drive a pilot. The minister's here.
Oh, Reverend, permit me to congratulate you on your sermon this morning. Why, I was just telling the boys what
Pa! And after all your promises,
what's everybody picking on me for?
you broke your word. That's the worst thing anybody could do.
Now you got her in tears, you ornery, low-down sea cow. You come here.
Margie, let go my ear.
Now to pull it off. Getting drunk on Sunday.
Pop, Jack, call her off. Make her turn me loose.
Now get your fat head under this faucet. This here's water. Something you wouldn't know anything about.
Oh, stop that, Marge. That's cold, honey. This is sheer madness. Jenny. That you, Jenny? What you doing?
Just looking out the bay, Papa.
Gee, I'm awfully sorry about what happened this afternoon. What you thinking about?
I'm thinking about Grandpa.
What about Gramps?
I'm thinking I'd like to do just what he did.
Cuss me out? Go ahead, and if you get stuck, I'll help you.
I'm thinking about when Grandpa got sick the last time. The doctor told him he'd never get out of bed again. That night, Grandpa got up and went out to his boat.
But you just said he was ailing.
That didn't matter because he was a sea captain. Sea captains don't like to die in bed.
That's right, we don't.
Sick as he was, he went out to sea, all alone. Nobody ever saw him again. Oh, I think that's a beautiful way to die.
Oh, that's a fine thing to be talking about. You're too young to be. Why, what would I do without you, Jimmy?
You'd be better off.
Oh, that's crazy. What made you ever...
Pa, don't you start crying now.
I'm just sorry for the way I treated you, that's all. And I wasn't crying either. Something just flew in my eye. Ginny, you know, I'm going to get myself a job. I'm going to go to work.
You won't have to look for a job, Pa. Mind you, he already got one for you.
Now, what did you have to go do that for?
Joe Patillo's tuna boat's going out tomorrow. You don't have to take it if you don't want to.
Oh, well, I guess the trouble is I won't do.
Pa!
Could you kiss me again like that, Virginia?
Oh, sure, Pa.
Wait a minute. I'll make sure that nobody's peeking. Nobody is. Oh, gosh.
Lloyd, they're back. The tuna boats are back, and he's home. Pop's home again.
Hello, Jimmy! Hello there, gosh, am I glad to see you. Gee, I'll go away now. You'll get all smelly with fish. Hello, Marge.
Hello, Bill. Get a good haul?
You know me. Them tuna come to me like sharks like a hunk of pork.
Oh, you mean like bees to honey, Billy boy?
It's all in the store, daughter. Can't keep the trade, waiter.
See you in a little while, Bill.
You sure will. Well, Jimmy, when I get paid off, I'll have as much as $200.
Gee,
I'm going to buy you the prettiest dress that I can find, too.
gosh, I'd like a dress, Pa, but let's save our money, huh?
Save it? Oh, what for?
Oh, maybe for something like that schooner out there.
Say, she's still in the harbor, ain't she? The Three Sisters. Having a ship like that's worth saving for, ain't it?
Hey, Bill, we going to get paid off now? I think...
Well, I'm coming, Pico. Come on, honey, we'll go pick up that there pack. 150, 165. Hey, Joe, what is this?
We're all thieving, Phil, but what can we do about it?
Well, I figured I had about $200 coming to me. Where's that Adam Kellatelli? Ain't his office there on the dock?
That's no use. Bill Kelly ain't there. Just that fellow who works for him, Dixon.
Well, we get paid by the weight of fish, and one thing I do know is what a fish weighs.
The men need the money, Pa. Can't you do something about it?
Them crooks. They can't do nothing like that to us, Virginie. Not unless they cut us in on it.
You're going to stick up for the fishermen, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to do something. Wait a minute. You wait here. Go on in.
Got any business with Kelly, you can tell it to me.
Okay, Mr. Dixon. I figure somebody made about $3,000 extra off of that load of tuna me and those boys just brung in.
You do, huh?
Yeah, but there ain't no sense making trouble if you and me can settle things peaceful like.
You squawking for the gang or just for yourself?
Well, I'm here alone, ain't I?
What do you figure you got coming, personally?
Oh, about $50.
Well, just so there be no hard feelings, here.
Of course, that sure don't include anything for keeping my mouth shut.
What's that worth?
Well, I got a pretty big mouth, Mr. Dixon.
How about $100?
That would only about half shut my mouth.
$1.50, not a cent more.
Now hand it over.
Those fishermen out there, they're coming here. Put that dough in your pocket and...
No, wait a minute.
Huh?
That's my kid with him, see?
Well, what about it?
Well, that kid's my conscience. I'm changing my mind, Dixon.
Say, what's wrong with you?
Well, I made that kid a promise, and this time I'm keeping it. Are you going to pay those fishermen fair and square? Not just me, but all of them?
Go on, get away, will you?
Sure, I'm getting away, but you're coming with me. Now you're paying those men off or I'm punching you, Mr. Right, square in the nose.
Fine chance I stand with that gang ready to tear me apart.
Well, that's just between you and me.
Why, you lardhead, I'll tear your head off. You want some more?
Stay back, boys. It's your fight is strictly private.
Now, you better stay down, you Hanson. Next time you won't be getting up.
Hello, Virginia. Here. Watch this, honey. Go and catch yourself a toomy fish, Mr. Dixon.
Bill Kelly's coming to McDonald's.
Now let him come.
Get off my dock! I said get off my dock!
Stay where you are, boys, and keep out of this.
Itching for a fight, huh? Come on, boss. Let's get him.
Come on. Well, I ain't had such a good time as this since I left them there Marines.
Well, just don't stand there, Dixon. What'd you find out? Where's your hand?
He's aboard that tub of his down by the shipyard.
Well, that's fine. Fine. Sleeps aboard her, huh?
Yeah, but it's all the same to you, boss. I ain't picking another fight.
A fine bunch of dopes we are, letting them beat our ears off. No, we're not picking no fight. I got a better idea.
I'm listening.
You and McDonald are going aboard that boat, open up the seacocks and cast her off. A nice, clean job, see?
What about the cop?
Well, what about him? What are they going to find? The boat will be at the bottom of the harbor. Too bad, huh?
Yeah. Excuse me, boss, while I bust out crying.
Ow, my toe, my toe.
Hey, Bill, what's the matter? What are you howling about?
Why, you ignorant foreigner, what's the idea of putting a mouse trap in my bed?
What do you mean a mouse trap? For why I want to try to get you stole?
I don't know why. I only... Oh, I'm sorry, Pico. Of course you didn't put it in my bunk. It must have just floated in all this water here. Go on back to sleep, Pico. I'll just... Water! Pico, we're sinking!
Hey, Bill! We are sinking, Bill! Help! I can't swim!
Well, let's get out of here.
Bill, help me! Go down
Oh,
here!
quit yapping and step out on the dock there.
Help! Somebody move the dog! They're coming to run this!
Here, grab that rope and hold on. We're all right, Pico. You're just a few feet from the dock. Oh, Margie! Margie! Oh, Margie! Honey, we're sinking.
What? Southern catfish, what do you mean?
Get your dinghy, Marge, and row out here.
What's the idea of sinking right in front of our dry dock?
Oh, that crazy Pico let the seacocks open.
Pico, where is he?
Pull him in the dinghy, Marge.
Oh, stop playing little piggy went to market and go pull it in yourself.
I will, honey, just soon as I get this mouse trap off my pinky. There. Well, honey, it looks like I'll have to be boarding with you after all.
So since you won't be living on that boat, not will we get a raise.
Well, I guess it's just fate, Margie, bringing us closer and closer together. Who am I to struggle against the stars?
Yeah, Billy boy, I might let you hold my hand if it wasn't a rowing.
Margie Cavendish.
There's a poor boat, Bill. Good thing she sink in the shallow water. Easy to find it with the mast above the water.
Yeah, you're going out and hire yourself a diving suit and go down and look her over.
Why do I have to go downstairs in the water?
Because you was the one that left the seacocks open, that's why.
How many times are going to tell you I didn't do it?
You did so. Would I do such a crazy thing like that? Now you go and ask Margie.
Papa!
Yeah, here I am, Jenny.
Pop, they're having an auction sale. They're going to sell the Three Sisters.
They're what?
An auction man's there and they're trying to sell her. What do we do if somebody takes her away?
Oh, don't even think of such a thing. I'm getting over there and see what's going on. Come on.
I hear any more bids? 2,500 I've got. 2,500.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Why, that there boat cost at least $50,000.
That's right, mister, but people aren't buying ships like the Three Sisters these days. All right, I've got 2,500 once, 2,500 twice, the third and the last time.
26.
You crazy? 5,600 I've got once, twice, the third and the last time. Sold to that gentleman with the little girl. Step up, brother, and pay your deposit.
Who? Me?
Well, naturally.
Oh, but mister, I just happened to be passing by. Gosh.
And our address is care of the Cavendish Strikeout.
Thank you, young lady. Well, Captain, the balance is due in 10 days. Here's the address to send it to. The boat's all yours now.
Did you hear that? The Three Sisters is ours.
Gosh, ain't she beautiful?
Hey, Bill, where are we going to get $2,450?
Paul, get it, won't you, Pa?
Well, I don't know. There's only one person I know that's got that much money. It's going to be a terrible sacrifice, but I think the time has come to make it.
Well, sit down, Bill. Sure was thoughtful of you to bring me these flowers. Kinda does things to me.
Oh, no. They ain't half as delicate as you is, Margie. Hey, Margie, is Ginny's asleep, huh?
Oh, sure.
And your pop is out?
Just you and me, Bill. Sitting in the parlor like we used to.
Yeah. Marge, would you sing that there song again, just for old time's sake?
Why, sure, Bill. Kinda like it myself.
It's so soothing the way you sing it. Come on, honey.
Like a broken heart needs gladness, like the flowers need the dew,
Like a baby needs its mother.
that's how I need you.
You got me all choked up, Margie. I never seen such amazing talent all wrapped up in one little woman.
Oh, now, I'm really talented.
Yes, you are. You know, when I get my boat, I'm going to get an organ just like this here. And then if I'm lucky enough, I'm going to marry a woman like you. I'll have her sing me that song every night before I go to sleep.
Sounds mighty attractive, Bill.
Yeah, but I guess there ain't much sense talking. How am I going to get that kind of a boat?
Well, I thought you was buying the Three Sisters.
Yeah, I am. But it's the hardest thing in the world doing business with them there big bankers. That their rate of interest is scandalous. Why, I'd just be working for a heartless corporation, not for the woman I love.
Bill, I ain't gonna let you do it.
You ain't gonna let me do what, Marge?
Work for no heartless corporation.
Oh, no, honey, I guess I'm doomed.
Oh, no, you ain't. 'Cause, if it wouldn't embarrass you none, I'd like to loan you that money myself.
Oh, Marge.
I got the money for you this afternoon.
No, I just can't believe it. I couldn't believe it unless I felt it in my hand.
Well, here it is, Bill.
God,
It's for you.
ain't that a lovely shade of green? Marge, honey.
Yeah, Bill?
Marge, honey. Pucker up them lips of yours.
They're all puckered up, Billy.
Yeah, Margie. Let's whistle that there song, honey.
Our stars will return with Act 3 in a moment.
We return you now to Mr. William Keeley.
Here's Act 3 of Barnacle Bill, starring Wallace Beery as the gentleman in question and Marjorie Main as Mark, with Carol Ann Beery as Virginia. It's the following morning, and stretched out on the deck of his newly acquired schooner, Bill Johansson watches as Pico paints the foremast. But in his heart is a cold terror, for he's led Maud to believe that he'll marry her. Bill is a most unhappy character.
Hey, Bill, why don't you never help me to work? Huh?
Because I'm thinking, Bill. Pico, you and me's getting out of here. We're going down to the South Sea Island.
What kind of talk is those, South Sea?
You know I've always had my heart set on the South Seas.
Sure, Bill, but I...
Well, that's where we're going.
Hey, Bill, what Miss Margie gonna say to thee?
Oh, all I'm worrying about is getting stuff to trade black calicos and umbrellas. Just take about $300.
See, Bill? Oh, Bill, look, we got company. It's Ginny and Joe Patillo.
Keep your mouth shut. Get back on that paint can. Hello, Jimmy. Well, come on aboard, Joe.
Getting her all fixed up, huh, Bill?
Yeah, I've been working like a dog.
Pa, Mr. Patillo has a wonderful idea. He wants to tell you about it.
Bill, me and the boys was thinking how you could turn the schooner into a refrigerator boat mighty easy.
Refrigerator boat? You mean going out there with them there tuna boats, buying up fish?
Sure, Kelly made a fortune doing it, and so can you. You treat us square, Bill. We'll buy the ice and operate on shares.
Yeah, that's a swell idea.
You mean you'll do it?
Oh, sure, I'll do it, sure.
Didn't I tell you?
I'll go make arrangements for the ice right away.
Gee, Pa, wait till I tell Marge. Gosh, she'll be as proud of you as I am.
Well, Bill, I think now we're never gonna get to the South Sea.
We're shoving off just like what I said.
But how you gonna get the calicos and the umbrellas?
How? From Adam Kelly. He's going to buy them for us.
Bill, you crazy again.
When Kelly finds out that we're going into fish business, he'll borrow us $300 just to get rid of the competition.
Yeah, you pretty smart fella, all right. But this Miss Ginny, she gonna get one big disappointment.
No. Why, I might even take her with us. Now finish up that mast. I'm going to town and do some high finances.
Hey, Bill, all these boxes full of calicos. We should go and do plenty business with the South Sea.
Sure we are. Now quit stalling. We'll be getting the tide in about 3 hours.
Bill, what Ginny gonna say when she find out we're going to the South Sea?
She ain't going to find out. We'll just tell her we're going on a shakedown cruise, and later... Oh, hello, Jimmy. What are you doing up this time of night?
I thought you and Pico went to bed, too.
Oh, no. We was just taking on some supplies, that's all.
You're not fooling me, Pa.
Oh, I ain't,
They've been counting on you. Mr. Patillo and all the fishermen. Pa, please, you just gotta help us.
This is my only chance, and I'm going. We're leaving tonight.
All right, then, Pa. Go ahead.
Ginny, where are you going? Ginny!
Oh, is that you, Aunt Letty?
Virginia! Why, darling, what's the matter?
Aunt Letty, I want to go home. Could you come for me in the morning?
Why, of course, dear. You're not ill.
I'm all right.
It's that worthless father of yours.
Oh, please don't call him names, please. Can you come and get me?
Certainly, dear. I'll be there early in the morning.
Thank you, Aunt Letty. Good night. Heavens to Betsy, child. What's wrong? It's Pa. Why doesn't stick up for his friends? He doesn't care what happens to Miss Patil and all the others. He's gonna run away to South Sea.
Why, that no good. I know just how you feel, honey. But now, don't you worry. I'm having a little talk with Bill Johansson right now. So, run away, huh?
Doggone it, Marge. What do you got to scare me like that for?
Bill, you've been nothing but a disappointment to me ever since I set eyes on you. I can forgive you for that, but I can't forgive you for breaking the heart of your own little girl.
Now, what have I done?
Oh, you wouldn't understand if I should tell you. She's going back home with her Aunt Letty.
Going back home? Why, she can't do that. I'll go up and talk to her.
Oh, no, you ain't. You ain't going to get around her with that oily tongue of yours like you do me.
You mean she wants to go home? She don't want to stay here with her own pop?
No. And there ain't no two ways about it, Bill. You just ain't no fit person to bring up a child.
Marge, you tell her I said so long, huh? She has time to send me one of them there picture postal cards, will you, Marge?
I'll tell her.
Bill, come on. The tide is starting to change. Bill, what's the matter with you?
Shut up.
Bill, all you do for 2 hours now is to look on top of the water. You see something, maybe?
Yeah, I see my future career going out on the tide, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, well, you forget that when we get to the South Sea.
We ain't going to no South Sea. We're staying right here and stop asking me questions. It's this ornery conscience of mine. First time in my whole life I had trouble out wrestling my inner self.
You gonna help the fishermen like Ginny, she say?
No woman's telling me what to do. Yeah, you take this telescope and give it back to Ginny up there before she goes away. Then get back here. We're loading up with ice the first thing in the morning.
Bill, can you take any more ice?
Oh, about 3 more tons, Joe.
Yeah, about 3 more tons, Joe.
Hey, where do you think you're going, Bob?
I'm coming aboard this ship. Now, dadgummit, you got the real sailing skipper aboard.
Hey, you get back where you belong. We're shoving off any second now.
I'm staying here to protect my little girl's interest in this ship.
That's all the ice we got, Bill.
Okay, Joe.
Hey, don't you go giving any orders on my boat. Okay, Joe. Get on them sails, Pico. We're on our way.
Stand by the castle.
Cut that loose, Pop. Pico, did you ever see a sweeter sailing ship in all your life?
You knew anything about sailing, you'd back out them topsails.
Pico, you know something? I'm starting to smell them there coconut palms again.
You think so?
Ain't no reason why we can't keep right on sailing down to the South Sea.
What's that? What are we going to do about Pops?
Oh, just chuck him overboard for the shark.
You better stop talking like that. I'll have the law on you.
Now, you ain't scared of a few sharks, are you, Pa?
Daughter! Daughter!
No use hollering for Marge. She can't hear you.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, Marge! Why, honey, what are you doing on board this ship?
Say, you just stop trying to scare my pa.
Oh, I was only fooling. Say, don't you know it's felonious to stow away on somebody's boat?
And don't you know I wouldn't let you do any hard work on an empty stomach?
Did you come aboard to be the cook?
Got a stew on the stove right now.
You sure you ain't suspicious of me or nothing like that?
Oh, I trust you all right, Bill, but I just ain't taking no chances.
Oh, say, Margie, Ginny ain't hiding down below too, is she?
No, Bill. Ginny's gone off with her aunt.
Well, I was just hoping.
Hey, Bill, look! And the Kelly ship out there?
Huh? Yeah, that's Kelly's refrigerator boat, all right.
He's signaling to us. He's starting Bill to come up alongside.
Well, let him come. Might as well get this thing over now as any time. What's the idea, you handsome? Flying that tuna flag. On account I'm in the fish business, Kelly. You dirty double-crosser! I give you $300 to keep the big nose out of my racket. Oh, don't worry about your money. You'll get it back with interest as soon as we're in port again. If you haul any fish for Patillo and them guys, you'll never get back to port. Just follow me and see what happens. We're heading for the fishing bank right now.
Hey, Bill. Bill, you asleep yet?
Sure, I'm asleep. I'm worn out.
Yeah, first honest day's work you ever done. Yeah, we're sure full up with tuna, Bill. Fog's getting thicker, Bill. Good thing we dropped anchor. Maybe she... Hey, what's that noise? I hear something. Now, call yourself a sailor, snoring away in the anchor dragging. Good thing I'm aboard that we'd all get drowned. Never see such a helpless critter in all the... Look out, boss. It's the old man. Who are you? What in tarnation you doing on this boat? I said, Bill! Bill, help! Shut him up, will you? Oh.
He won't haul on none now. Come on, Dixon, we gotta get off of here.
Bill! Bill! Somebody's on deck!
I'm coming, Marge. Is that you, Pop? Why don't you... Come on, Dixon, get him. Oh, you never stop crying, do you, Kelly? Why, you two-bit chisel out.
Bill! Sergeant! Hey, open the city door!
Open the... Oh, so you're the one who tried to drown me before, huh?
It's got the balloon pin, Bill!
Okay, Marge. Maybe you better give me a hand here. Come on.
Sure thing, Bill!
Get out of my way.
Just a second, brother. We're going, Bill. He just runs straight into my scoop net here.
That's set on him, Marty. You better duck, cause here comes Kelly.
They're coming too, Bill. What are they going to do with them now?
All right, you can get up now, honey. Turn them loose.
Turn them loose?
Well, I ought to crack their skulls, but I got work for them to do.
I got to go back home, Bill. I'm worried about Pat. He ain't feeling so good down there.
Hitting that little old man. Why, I ought to...
Bill, look, the fog is blowing away. I don't like this wind, Bill. Gonna blow out the devil, I think.
The harder the better, the sooner we'll get home.
You ain't sailing this top
You
home.
keep out of this here conversation.
Well, you can't start your engines with that water in the hole.
We don't need no engine. Get on your feet, both of you. Now get forward and get on that anchor.
And jump when the captain says.
Okay. And when that anchor's up, you two low-down skunks is going to man our pumps all the way home. Marge is going to be standing over you with this here belaying pin. Now get going, both of you.
This is the United States Coast Guard. Repeat on storm warning. Gale, hurricane force, moving north from coast of Lower California. Wind increasing. All ships south of Point Vincenti seek shelter immediately. There will be a supplementary report in 10 minutes. Stand by.
Mister,
Well, how did you get in here, young lady?
please, they said the Coast Guard could tell me. Have you had any word from the three sisters? She's my father's
The three
schooner.
sisters? She left the fishing banks this morning for San Pedro.
And they're right in the middle of the storm.
They'll make it all right. She's a fine ship.
I know she is, but
And the rest is up to the skipper.
then I guess I'm not worried. My pa's the skipper, and he's just about the best sea captain there is. He'll bring her in all right. He's got to.
Coming to port. He's safe. The three sisters is safe. Get down to the docks, everybody. Bill's bringing her in. He's bringing her in. And now that the doc says Pop's going to be all right and the Coast Guard is detaining Mr. Kelly and Mr. Dixon,
All I gotta say, but Jenny!
Oh, am I glad
Oh,
to see you.
Jenny, gosh. Gee, I thought you were way across the country in Gloucester.
When it came time to leave, I just couldn't go, Pa.
Oh, gee, Jenny.
Anyway, Margie told me you weren't really going to South Seas after all. You know what else she said? She said you're the best sea captain in the whole world.
Oh, did she say that?
And here, Pa, here's Grandpa's telescope. I know he'd want you to have it because I know he'd be just as proud of you as I am.
Oh, thanks, Jenny. Margie! Hey, Margie!
Oh, she's busy now, Pa. She's talking to somebody.
Who?
Don't get mad, Pa. The minister.
Jenny, honey, how'd you like to be one of my bridesmaids? Together in holy wedlock and have pledged their faith each to the other, I now pronounce that you are husband and wife. You may claim the bride, William. Well, ain't I got her?
Pa! He means you can kiss her.
Kiss her?
Certainly. Now go ahead.
Well, I'm game if you are, Margie.
I'm a-waiting, Billy boy.
Oh, gosh. Our stars will return in a moment for their curtain call. Here's your producer, Mr. William Keeley.
Our thanks for a delightful evening go to Wallace Beery, his charming daughter, and Marjorie Maines, who returned to the footlights for the curtain call. And we're especially happy to welcome young Carol Ann to this stage.
Thank you, Mr. Keeley. But you know, Dad should take an extra bow.
That's right. Today's his birthday.
I'm afraid so, Bill, but I hope we're going to skip any jokes.
Well, if you say so, Wally. But it's too bad you couldn't have taken a day off on your birthday.
A day off? Every time I have a birthday, I take a year off.
Marjorie, you surely can't be worried about your age.
Are you kidding, honey? You got eyes, haven't you?
Wally, how are things up on your ranch at Jackson Hole?
Oh, fine, Bill, fine. I miss it every hour that I'm away.
Do you know that part of Wyoming, Mr. Keeley?
Very well. And it's magnificent country.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night and many, many thanks. This is William Keeley